Day 11, Collegiate Loop Wilderness hike. We left our lovely tent site this morning, decided to climb 800 more feet to come to this little pass with Mount Yale in the background. We climbed Mount Yale last time we were here, and if you look to the right side of the first hill, you can see a faint track that goes up the ridge line, skirts around those rock band, and makes it all the way to the top. It was quite a hike. We really enjoyed it. It was our first 14er, and we're going to skip it this time because we've already done it. But we're planning, hopefully, on Friday to climb Mount Harvard. There's Renee down below making breakfast and coffee to celebrate us making it all the way up here. Here's the last little section we have to go through. Another one day or one night and one more day of hiking, and then we're done of the Collegiate Loop, and we'll get to play by climbing some other 14ers. We will see you down the trail. There we go. Mount Princeton over to the right. That's towards our end of our hike. Now we're going down this lovely trail after coming off the ridge of Mount Yale. It's gotten warmer. We've now had our coffee, so we're all in better spirits. Got about 4 more miles for our last campsite on Collegiate Loop. Hopefully 2 more miles and water, because we're out of it. We shall see. Setting up our tent, day 11, by a creek called Dry Creek, which is quite ironic because it's certainly not dry. It's a good 12-mile day, and we just have 7 miles tomorrow to the car, where we'll get in, and then we're going to drive the trailhead to Mount Harvard. Day 12, our last day of hiking, and we hiked to the car today, and then we're going to drive up Twin Lakes and get some more food and go to the trailhead that will lead us to Mount Harvard. It will hike in 4 or 5 miles to give us 3 miles to the top. We'll do the top tomorrow, and then we'll come back and actually get into some hotels. This was a really beautiful morning, very mild. It's a great spot we're at. It's really sort of tucked in here amongst the trees. There's a stream to the left of us that kept Renee happy so she could not hear my snoring, and we could just have a great morning, and our tent was super dry. So we'll check in down the trail. And we finished our hike of the Collegiate Loop this morning, and this is our idea of an afternoon rest. We are now hiking this path up to the Elkhorn Basin. It's about 4.2 miles, 2,000 feet of climb. We'll get the tree line, and then tomorrow morning we will attempt to summit Mount Harvard, 14,420 feet. But so far, the stream's beautiful, path is nice. You can tell that it's well worn, so lots of people must come up here. And the parking lot was full of cars. So this is a big area, so hopefully there's enough space for everybody. But we'll see you down the trail. This is our bonus night campsite. We are at the base camp for climbing Mount Harvard. And Mount Harvard is that pyramid peak up the basin and to the left. So we'll get up tomorrow morning pretty early and make our way up the trail, gain 3,400 feet, and get to the top, take some pictures, check out all the views, make our way back down. But this is our campsite for the evening. It's pretty sweet. Maybe we'll see some elk up here in this basin. I doubt it, but we could potentially. Here's our campsite. And we'll see you down the trail. Good morning. We are making our way up to top of Mount Huron, which isn't there. We've left our campsite about an hour and a half ago. We've climbed about 1,000 feet, maybe 1,500, and all we have to do is climb up that big wall in front of us and make it to the top. It's a beautiful morning. Let me pan around, see what you can see. There's the direction from which we came, down in that bowl down there. The sun's making its way up. There's Mount Columbia. We saw two headlights going up that as we left. There's the traverse, if you're so inclined. And here's Mount Harvard. And there's Renee in front of us and two other hikers and probably one person at the top already.
This trail shoe. One of the people at the store I was at was like, have you ever considered Alstras? And I was like, I looked down and those are the ugliest shoes I've ever seen. And then I tried them on and I was like,
yeah. Based on looks.
yeah. Yeah, but ever since then I've been a loyal customer.
Just coming off the summit. One last look around. Bear Lake, Mount Columbia, a few climbers coming up, and then our way down. We'll take our time and be at a hotel by 3 o'clock. So we finished Mount Harvard, and then we had our breakfast, and then we're less than a mile to the trailhead to the car and the end of this year's 2020 Colorado Collegiate Loop Mount Huron Mount Harvard adventure. It's been a great trip. Not too much challenging weather. Lots of good climbing. 190 miles, we figure, of hiking. 49,000 feet of up and down. And all things considered, we're in pretty good shape. So we're very happy with ourselves and our overall condition coming into the trail and leaving the trail, and our overall ability to handle life on the trail for nearly 2 weeks. Well, that's it for now, and we'll see you back at home. So we're about 20 miles outside of Aspen, and we decided we need to do one more hike before we return to the reality of Michigan. So we're at the trailhead of Tabor Creek Trail. It climbs up to a pass. It's about 4 miles up to the pass, and then I guess a 4-mile return. And we were down this long, dirty road. But it's an interesting place here because there are so many people out hiking that most of the trailheads are fairly full. So it took us a while to find this relatively empty trailhead. Renee's getting ready with the pack and some water, and we are about to go up the trail for one last little hike before returning back to Michigan. Climbed 1,000 feet so far, and we're headed up this lovely valley. The dirt road was a bit hard to get in on, really bumpy, but the payoff of a bumpy road is obvious. This is really, truly a beautiful little valley. A great last day hike. Promise, maybe we'll hike tomorrow morning, but this is our last day hike up a valley, enjoying the mountains for this season. So it's August 8th, we're going up this trail, and in front of us there's a snow bridge covering the little creek. It's pretty interesting. Last year we saw lots of them. This is the only one we've seen this year because it was a light snow year. That's still pretty amazing. I think that there's still some snow here in August. We made it to the top of this hike, Tabor Creek hike. We're at a pass that's 12,485 feet, and we're looking down into just another basin and more mountains, and it just continues forever. And what's cool is this is very, very sparsely hiked. There's really no trails down through here, and this would be an interesting place to explore. This is a wonderful way to finish our final hike. Honest, maybe tomorrow we'll do another hike, our final hike, but it's quite wonderful. We're going to sit down, have a snack, take in all the beauty, and then hike back down the trail and head to Aspen and clean up and have a shower in our lovely hotel.